Hi everyone, especially to our course facilitator, Dr. Jesusa L. Luda, in subject English 116 Campus Journalism. My name is Flora Mibihar, a third-year student taking Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. This PowerPoint presentation in Unit 3, Ensuring Correctness and Consistency, Chapter 10, Copy Editing, Cleaning the Copy and Writing the Headline. The part of this chapter that I will discuss is about journalistic writing. When we say journalistic writing, what is it? Journalistic writing refers to writing that it is clear, concise, and informative, typically used in news report, articles in media. It focuses on delivering facts in a straightforward way, often following the inverted pyramid structure, where the most important information comes first. Journalistic writing is a style of writing used in news reporting that prioritizes accuracy, objectivity, and clarity. Journalists aim to report facts without bias, presenting information as accurately as possible to inform readers. As Roger Mudd highlights, journalists observe events objectively rather than participate, focusing on what happened and why. Joseph Pulitzer called for accuracy, 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 emphasized the importance of precision in reporting, as factual errors can mislead the public. Effective journalistic writing is also clear, concise, and engaging to ensure that readers can easily understand and stay interested in the story. Accuracy is a crucial in journalism. Publishing a story with factual errors can harm the reporter's reputation and that of their publication. As readers rely on journalists to provide truthful and reliable information, mistakes can damage credibility, leading audience to distrust future reporting. To maintain professional standard, reporters must review and verify all details before publishing, ensuring their work uphold the trust placed in them by the public. Now, we will proceed to the tips for accurate reporting and editing. First, this is a guideline emphasizing the importance of verifying information for accuracy. It suggests checking facts, names, and dates through reliable sources like official documents, directories, calendars, and reference materials such as phone books and atlases. The goal is to ensure that all details, such as students, faculty names, and dates, are correct to avoid errors and maintain accuracy in record our communication. For the next tips, number 2, objectivity means reporting facts without letting personal feelings, interpretation, or biases influence the information. For example, a fact can be proven or measured like the temperature is 78 degrees and for an opinion is a personal belief or interpretation like it is hot outside because it is subjective and can vary from person to person. In journalism, including only the facts and opinions of sources ensures that the story remains objective. Adding your own opinion is called editorializing, which can make a news story biased. For example, saying everyone had a great time at an event is editorializing, as you can't confirm everyone's experience. Instead, report what you observed, like people were cheering and smiling. This way, readers can form their own opinions based on the facts presented. For the number 3 tips, the idea is to present a story in a balanced way by showing all relevant perspectives. This means including both the positive and negative viewpoints, being careful about which sources are used, and ensuring the facts and opinions are fairly represented. It's important to give equal time to both sides so the audience can fully understand the issue and make their own informed judgments. The goal is to report not just the truth but all aspects of the truth. The last tips, number 4. To avoid editorialize and ensure objectivity, a writer should refrain from using objective language or personal pronouns such as I, me, my, mine, we, us, our, you, or your. Instead, they should focus on presenting facts and information from reliable sources, ensuring that statement can be verified by others. It can opinion is expressed, it must be attributed to a specific source, and the writer should ask if the statement would be universally accepted as true. This helps maintain neutrality and clarity, making the narrative more credible and less biased. This guideline suggests keeping track of sources by marking them on a list to ensure balance and avoid overquoting the same person by checking off names on the official list of students, faculty, and staff. You can easily see who has been cited. The goal is to quote a person only once in a school year, unless they are essential to the story, ensuring a variety of perspectives are included. This helps maintain fairness and avoid repetition in reporting. So that's all tips for accurate reporting and editing. Now let's proceed to omitting verbal deadwoods. So omitting verbal deadwoods means removing unnecessary words that do not add value to the meaning of a sentence. This makes writer clearly and more direct. For example, instead of saying a long-handled instrument for turning earth in a garden, simply say shovel. The goal is to use fewer words without losing meaning, improve the readability and efficiency of writing. So here are the example. Affix his signature, just put in the sentence sign. At the present time, no. Held a conference, meet. In the immediate vicinity, near. For the reason that, because. So, in writing in news, we should put a simple words that the readers or the viewers who can um, hear your report can understand it clearly and simple way of delivering your report. And there are more example for these oververbal deadwoods words. That's all, ma'am. Thank you for listening and mabuhay.